guys. Hi guys.
Yeah.
I'll let you
So, guys, welcome back to another episode of Travel with Ivan Tali. We are still looking at how to position yourself for an opportunity to either travel abroad or relocate abroad or work abroad, whatever it is you want to do abroad. And guys, if you are seeing my face for the first time, my name is Ivan Tali, but my guest is going to introduce herself in a bit. She's new to most of you, actually all of you. And you know how we roll here. As you come onto the video, do say hello in the comment section below. Let us know where you are watching us from, what time it is, wherever you are. And of course, if you think the video is worth it, please give it a thumbs up. Of course, it's always worth it. And then do share it within your circle. So today's video is going to be absolutely incredible. I am going to be interviewing a very, very special guest who's with us here. And her story is truly inspiring. So Alma, take it away. Let us know who is Alma. What do you do? How did you meet Ivan Tali? And all that. How long have you known her?
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here. My name is Elma. I am a skincare consultant based in Nairobi. I'm also a travel enthusiast, very vast palette. So I'm literally those people who are gonna eat anything. Again, I'm so happy to be here. Yes.
Yeah, and we were comparing notes the other day, and she's been to all the places I've never been to.
Yeah.
So that was a good challenge for me,
Yeah.
and I am putting it on my bucket list. Like in the next 6 months, I'll have to try and visit all those places you have been to. So you didn't tell us.
Oh, how we met?
Yes.
Okay.
And how long you have known me for? You know, that's
oh
my
goodness. I've known you for like almost 3 years, because there's a time I really wanted to go work abroad when I was just done, like when I was fresh from campus. I really wanted to be part of, I wanted to actually work with Qatar Airways, to be specific. And then she had like a session on that. So I was just perusing, through YouTube, and then I bumped into you, and then I've been following your content ever since. And then we met through a mutual friend at a wedding, high tea. And then I was like, I know her. So I was actually surprised that she's actually based in Kenya. The whole time I thought she was based somewhere in Europe or UK or something. Yeah.
Yes, guys. So Alma is going to be sharing with us her story, how she almost became a flight attendant, how that journey went, and what exactly happened, how she learned about the opportunities, and all that. So let's start at the beginning, Alma. So what inspired you to apply for this flight attendant position?
Yeah. So growing up, I always wanted to travel the world. Like if there was any job that I was looking forward to be part of or having, was just a job that allows me to travel, freely. So I was like, the best way to do it is actually to be a cabin crew. So when I saw on your page you are, you're indicating us on how to position yourself for such jobs, I was like, okay, why not apply for it? And then I applied.
So is it the one that I had talked about here on the channel?
Yes, you had.
Yeah. So guys, when I tell you that these opportunities actually exist and people actually apply for them and get them, you better be applying for them. And then you applied.
Yeah, and then I was shortlisted.
So before we go to the shortlisting process, can you walk us through that process, like the application process from applying to making it to the top?
Yeah.
Like the whole, like exactly how you told me that story at the wedding?
Yeah.
Tell my audience. Okay. And guys, if you have any questions for Alma, please put them in the comment section below. We are going to be answering them at the end of the session.
Yes. So, when you're applying, it's very simple. It's just like any other job. You have to be professional. Like for the airlines, they usually the like particular words that they're looking for. Like
so, like in your case, what exactly like? If you can tell us exactly, like for the Qatar process, like what exactly did you do? Did you have to put like a picture? Did you have to submit online? Did you go through an agent? Did you pay any money? Like what exactly happened?
So I actually did all that by myself. So the first thing actually is you're gonna do an online assessment test. So what they want to know is actually your personality, if you fit like the job description and all that. And then at the end, you're gonna upload a passport photo and a CV. So when you're
So like
writing
you
your CV,
say you said that they want to know like your personality. So like
Yeah.
what kind of questions like do they ask somebody?
they just want to know like maybe if you're people oriented. It's different questions for everyone.
Like
So
those
like for
aptitude
me,
things.
yeah, they do like
Oh.
maybe aptitude test. They present you with a scenario, and then of course they know there's no wrong or right answer. They just want to see how you analyze and interpret the questions. Basically by just getting to know your personality like at a deeper level. So they are easy things. They also just want to see how good you are at written English. and
Oh,
all
so
that.
it's like written, you have to fill stuff.
Yeah,
It's not
you
like
have to
ABCD.
fill. Yeah, and it's actually timed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's timed, but it's easy. It's actually the kind of English you did in primary school. So I mean, you don't really have to
Like
Google
study.
anything.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So the assessment test, just to know your personality and just get you where you are as a person. And then after that, your CV. So as I say, it's good to be agile. Don't be those people who use the same CV for all
Full jobs.
all the jobs you apply for. No. So you have to curate it to fit the job description. Like, customer care, what do they look for in customer care? The core values that they look at, like, are you a people's person? Are you good at written or spoken English? Because those are the kind of things they look at. Are you a team player? Because you're gonna be dealing with people. Are you empathetic? Are you warm? So please kindly just mention those things in your CV, because those are the kind of things they're looking for. And then it's not like the CVs are handpicked; they're actually picked by a machine. So please try and impress the machine.
So like now for a flight attendant, what are some of the things you would like? What are those must have, maybe 2 or 3 things that you put in your CV?
Yes. So please indicate that you're a good communicator. You're good at both, like written and spoken English. Just write that. They actually want to see that. Write that you're empathetic, because if you're not empathetic, there's actually no way you're going to be connecting with guests,
travelers,
or the travelers. And then they also want to see if you're good with people. You're gonna be in that flight for probably more than 20 hours with your colleagues. So you can imagine if you're not a people's person or you're
No, and like 100 people on the flight and crying babies and cranky people
and you're standing the
drunk
whole
people.
time. You're standing the whole time wearing heels and all that. Like, they really just want to know, are you resilient? Yeah, so please just mention those things in your CV, because those are the kind of things they're looking for. The wording.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you've done the first test. So do you do the first test first and then submit your CV, or which one comes first, or they come together?
Yeah, so it's usually different for different continents. Like for Africa, when they're coming to Africa, you actually do the assessment test online, and then at the end, you submit your CV and your passport photo.
Okay.
Yes, and then of course
You
after
wait.
you wait. So
How long did you have to wait after that process, after submitting your CV and after doing the online test?
I waited for 2 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah, and
okay.
then I got an email. And then should I continue?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
and
ahead.
then I got an email that I was actually invited for the open day. So it's for African countries, it's usually an open day stroke assessment day. Yeah. Yeah, so when you're invited for the open day, please just look the part, make sure you're professional.
Okay, what do you mean look the part?
Yeah.
Alma, I want you to be very specific. That's why I brought you here.
Okay.
Very specific.
Yeah.
Guys, she was interviewing for, should I say the airline?
Yeah.
She was interviewing for Qatar.
Yeah, I was.
So tell us, like, what do you mean look the part? Like, do you wear a dera like this one? Do you?
Okay.
Specifics.
Yes. So when you Google online, you'll see Qatar colors, the colors they like. So of course there's black. No, there's black. There's Qatar. Purple is Etihad. There's black. There's gray, like the interview colors.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So please don't go there with a red suit
Or a yellow.
or a yellow suit, or go there wearing jeans, because there are actually people who do that. So that is what I mean by when I say look the part.
So like, do you wear like a skirt suit or a trouser suit or what?
Yeah, so you're supposed to wear a suit.
Or tell us, what did you wear?
Yeah, so I wore a suit, a skirt suits with a short sleeve blazer, and then I wore nude stockings that matched my skin tone. Make sure you hold your hair up.
Yeah, guys, don't go like this. You go like the way we are now.
Yeah, okay. No, you're supposed to actually hold it up in a ponytail.
Yeah, don't go like this.
And then if you're a lady and you have to do red lipstick depending on the airline you're going for. If it's Qatar, Emirates, you have to do red lipstick.
Guys, if you don't like makeup, please get another profession.
Honestly, if you don't like makeup, it's actually not the place for you, so don't waste your time.
So you have to like put lipstick.
Yeah, you have to put on red lipstick, not purple or gloss.
Red lipstick.
Yeah, red lipstick. That is actually what I mean when I say look the part. Look like
you're already going to the aircraft.
Yes. Look like a literal, like a Qatar or Emirates or generally a flight attendant. Yes, and then make sure you have like short nails, no stick-ons, no
balloon long nails enough.
Funny nails. Yeah, if it's not nude, make sure it's red, or just have your clean short nails. They actually don't mind. Yeah, that's for the assessment day. And then just make sure, don't go in there with a pungent perfume. You walk in and your perfume is stealing the show. Like please,
subtle.
Yeah, please just make sure it's subtle. It's something smooth. Yeah, please
don't shock the interviewer.
Yeah, or just do roll-on if you don't have a very subtle fragrance. Yeah, it's not like it's part of the requirements. So roll-on is fine.
Okay, so like, did you have guys who were like there in casual clothing and jeans and?
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, the people who don't research at all, please don't be that person. When you Google the qualifications for a flight attendant, male or female, it's actually written in black and white. Like, it's not written in red, it's actually written. The information is actually online. So please do your assignment before you go there. Don't go there and then you act surprised. You're like, people are wearing black suits. People are holding their hair up. How comes I didn't get the memo? No, please just do your assignment. That's what I mean when I say look the part.
Okay, now we've reached the open day.
Yeah.
How many people on the interview at this point?
Usually, they're like 10,000 people who apply.
Yeah, so those who are going to come to the comments, Eva, I have been applying since 1902. You just had 10,000 people.
Or even more sometimes. And then they'll shortlist like 2,000.
So you guys were like 2,000?
Yeah, so 2,000, but we were there was group 1 that interviewed on the first day with group 2. And then now on the third day, you all meet. So for the assessment day, it's usually 3 days. So maybe I just take you through the process. Day 1, you're gonna go into a room and then they do a brief introduction about the airline, depending on the airline that you're interviewing for. And then after that, you're going to do an English test that is quite simple.
Like oral?
Yeah, so it's a written English test. So very basic stuff, like there's gonna be a passage, and then you're supposed to answer questions based on the context. Like there's just easy stuff, true or false. Easy, like the English you did in primary school, if not primary, high school. And then after that, of course, people are eliminated. So in that stage, they're gonna eliminate like maybe 1,000 or 500 people. Like so many people are eliminated. So they have to do that in African countries because definitely, English is not our first language.
So like at this point, how many have you remained after the English test?
After the English test, you're like 500.
From 2,000?
Yes.
So like 1,500 Kenyans could not speak English.
No,
it's so real because every time I'm here in the comment section, I'm like, you guys, if you're planning to move abroad, unless you're moving to Europe, you're gonna need to speak proper English. And people even actually come to the comment section and they spell my name with a small e. Those little, I don't get it. It's those little things, and I'm like, you guys, you have to practice your English if you're planning to move abroad. So you can imagine 1,500 people because of English.
Yeah.
While in Kenya, like from day 1, people are speaking English. So guys, please don't lose out opportunities because of things you can control. So now you remain 500 who can speak English.
And then 500 of us. And then
and you guys, you can hear her English the way it's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, and then you're given numbers. So after the numbers, you're going to go again for now another interview. Now this time it's just more, they just want to see where you are with like personality wise. They want to see how confident you are, because they check you out from the moment you walk into that room. But they're just basic things. You ask questions like, if you were to be an animal, which animal would you be? You know? Yeah, so there's no right or wrong answer. They just want to see how you argue or interpret that question, you know? Like for me, I said, you know, like I want to be a lion, like,
Whoa.
you know, like I'm a queen bee, you know, I'm always like the embodiment of reason. So in like every space that I'm in, so I explained that. Some people would say they want to be a peacock, you know, because they're graceful, they're peaceful, and all that. So there's no right or wrong answer. They basically just want to see how you interpret the questions. And then at that point again,
How many people were thrown out for being the wrong animal at this point?
at that point again, like so many people are thrown out again. So, you know, that's end of day one.
So you're like, how many people now left?
Well, around 300.
Okay, so
Yes,
200 gone.
Yeah, 300, 200
Because
gone.
they can't even say what animal they want.
They want to be, because you know, sometimes you can actually just, you can overthink the question, and
Yeah,
it's just
simple.
as simple, you know, like 1 + 1 is 2. You know, just make it make sense to them. Yes, and then people go home again and people cry. It's usually so painful because you
I can
invest.
imagine, yeah, in the process.
You really invest, like, you know, taking a taxi from your place to the airport.
Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot that part, guys. Yeah, so the interview happened at Four Seasons.
JKA 4 points.
4 points, eh? Yeah, you guys, JKI. So you can imagine maybe you live on, I don't know, Limuru or Wayaki or Kisumu.
Yeah, or the people who even come all the way from Mombasa, Kisumu.
Imagine, guys,
Yeah.
and the interview is taking place at the airport.
Yeah.
So it's really both emotional plus financial investment.
Yeah.
Plus physical.
Draining, yeah.
Okay, so you're 300.
Yeah,
Day
so
two.
day two, we are 300, and then after that, of course, you're gonna go home, and then you'll come back again if you make it to the final stage. So day 3 is the final stage. You're going to walk in for another oral again. Yeah, they'll just ask you, can you serve alcohol? I mean, if you're going to work in an airline and you want to say you're not comfortable serving alcohol,
You're an
honestly,
SDA.
yeah, assuming SDA, I'm
can't serve
Sawyer. Then it is not the place for you. Don't disturb them. Don't waste their time. Yeah, you're gonna be asked in a scenario where, you know, there are 2 clients, I mean, customers or guests or travelers who are quarreling. What should you do in such a scenario? So, you know, easily, it can be easy for someone to be like, you know what, this is not my docket. Like, I'm not paid to do this. And then
I'm
you're
not
like,
a babysitter.
yeah, please, I'm gonna call the manager. No, they actually want to see how you're gonna solve issues. I mean, like sometimes just try and contain it first, and then if it overwhelms you, then it's when now you can escalate to the higher power or higher authority. And then, yeah, so when you make it for the 3rd day, and then there's a height test. So there's a minimum threshold that you need to reach.
So now this is day 2. You've
That's
done
the
those.
day
So
3.
how many are you left now? In
You're like, for day 3 now, you're like 20. Yeah.
From 2,000. No,
Yeah.
from 10,000.
You're like, not even 20. I think you were like 10.8 there. Yeah, for day 3. So,
okay.
yeah, imagine from around 3,000, 2,000
No,
people.
10,000 plus.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
telling you.
So
it's actually crazy, but you know, now at that point,
now it's day 3.
yeah, like my parents would pray for me every day because it was so big for me. You know, I've wanted this since I was young, man. So yeah, so day 3 again. Now you're gonna do the height test. So there's a minimum.
What is height test?
Height.
Oh, height. Oh,
Yeah.
guys, height. Like,
Yeah.
how tall are you?
Yes.
You remember, like, on that position, I actually even said that you need to be this height. Like, you have to, I don't know, be able to reach.
Yeah.
So you actually go for the height test.
Yeah, you go for the height test. That's the first thing you'll do. So like for the
Like, there's someone there with like a tape measure and whatever.
those people are serious. They have a height measure or something that is actually mounted on the wall. So your work is just to stand there. So honestly, this information is available online.
No, actually even told people
Yeah.
that you need to be this height.
Yeah, it's actually so if you're for a lady, if you're below 157 centimeters, don't even
Find another career.
Yeah, like just find another career. You can try like the local airlines in Dubai or Kenya. They actually don't care. Yeah, maybe they don't care. They actually don't care. And then for men, it should be 165 centimeters. And then after that, we're gonna do another oral again.
Oh, this is not an interview.
That is the last one.
Oh, now how many are you? Okay, so how many people were thrown out at the height?
So many people go. So there, I think like 10, 15 now that are left. So at that stage now, you do another oral. Then just ask you general questions, you know. What is your favorite part of your body? You know, yeah.
What did you say?
I said my face.
Whoa. So the point is you have to prepare for like the most random question.
Oh my goodness. But then they're so random. And then just make sure to wear a smile. Even if you don't know, but then there's no wrong answer there. They just want to see how you're communicating.
And then you have to explain why.
Yeah, you have to explain why it's your favorite part of your body. Like very random questions. And then you'll do now scar declaration test.
Oh yeah, guys, that's where now things get crazy.
Yeah.
So at this point, how many are you after the random questions? How many are you now?
We are like 8.
No, after the so all this is happening at the same time.
Yeah, for within the 3 days. Yeah. Imagine.
So now you have to now go and declare scars.
Imagine you have to declare scars. So of course you don't know how to measure. You know, for them, they even know how to measure your scars. Like I remember she's like, her knees.
So guys, I don't even have to show you her knees, guys. You guys, look.
Imagine.
Are you seeing?
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if the camera can show it.
Yeah, it can actually show.
Guys, let me know if you're able to see. Like,
imagine. Yeah.
This scar, it's like so small. Like this is my finger. It's literally like less than an inch. Yeah.
Yeah. They said I don't know. They're like.
So guys, so they have to do your scars test and. Tell us what happened when they did the test for you. So
actually, before you're supposed to declare the scars. Honestly, you don't know. Of course, you'll
So at what point do you declare?
At some point, like in day 2.
They tell you to declare.
Yeah.
Is this thing?
You're supposed to declare the scars that you have, or if you have any tattoos. Most of these major airlines, honestly, are no scar zones, but they just don't put that information.
No, the scar thing. I think they ask you.
Tattoo.
Oh yeah.
They ask you about tattoos. They don't ask you about scars much, but they ask you about tattoos. But most of these major airlines are actually no scar zone, but they won't tell you. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
So they told you like your scar is too big? Or?
No, they'll just measure with their eyes and then they say knees 2 centimeters. And then I had this burn. They'll ask you if it's fresh. When did you get the burn?
Guys, do you want to see the burn she's talking about? Yeah. Can you see? Like this thing is this one. It's not even a teardrop.
Imagine.
My goodness.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. Yes, those 2 actually really costed me. Oh I didn't even know I had a scar on my face. Like this thing, that black thing there. Yeah. Imagine.
And guys, imagine she's a skin specialist.
Imagine.
Like if you knew, you'd have done something about it.
If I knew, honestly, I could have gone for laser. It's worth it.
It would have been worth it.
It's worth the try.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously your journey took an unexpected turn due to the scars that you had. How did you cope with this disappointment? Because how many were you at that point now?
We were like 8 people. So we had a WhatsApp group to encourage each other. We were updating each other.
Yeah. So were there other people that were also dropped because of the scars?
Yeah, actually, most of us. I think only 2 ladies. Only 2 ladies.
Because of scars?
From my group, yeah. Only 2 ladies made it. So it's a very thorough interview.
So how did you cope with disappointment other than the WhatsApp group? Like what else? Like share your thoughts, emotions. How was that like? I mean, it's one thing to miss out on a job because I didn't interview well, I didn't prepare well. I'm just curious, like,
I know
what was going on. What was that like?
Yeah. So honestly, I was very disappointed. So I called one of my friends who's really been encouraging me through the journey, especially the whole application journey. And she was like, yeah, I understand. Qatar is like that. Don't give up. She was just basically giving me a pep talk. So for me, at least I had like another job to bounce back to because I'd not resigned yet. But I honestly saw this coming home, So I was like, you know what? It's okay. I'm not giving up. I'm going to give it another try. So yes, honestly, just don't give up. Keep applying.
So how did you because I mean, just meeting you for the first time, you're
Yeah.
obviously a very confident person, like
Yeah.
your self-esteem is on the roof. So I'm just
Thank
curious,
you.
like, how did you work on your confidence
Yeah.
and your self-esteem after? I mean, it especially as a lady, I know
Yeah.
it's especially a
It's
young one. I mean, for the
mm.
rest of us, we already. But I mean, when you're young, like now they even point you like, oops, I actually had a scar that I didn't.
Imagine I
about.
didn't even know I had a scar on my
So like,
skull.
how was that? Like how, like with your self-esteem and your confidence, and how did you deal with that?
Honestly, I didn't let it get into my head so much. I was just like, these are things that I can't control. You know,
Yeah.
they're inevitable. These are accidents. Like I literally got burnt when I was cooking. So that's why I was like, you know what? I'm not going to let this get into me. I'll just pick up myself and move on. So it's normal. You know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Yeah.
But just don't let it drain you so much. You know. So there's always another opportunity. Yeah. There's always another day to keep it trying.
Wow, what a
Yeah.
story. So obviously having gone through this process, come up at the very, very top and just losing it because of a scar.
Yeah.
I mean, having met you, I mean, I met Alma the first time and I was like, I would totally hire you if I was looking for anybody. Like, I would not even think twice. I didn't even know her, by the way, guys. And I was like, I would totally hire you. So I'm just curious, what qualities and skills do international airlines like Qatar Airways, Etihad, Emirates, and the like, what do you think they typically look for in their flight attendants? Because I mean, like for you, you went all the way, and the only thing that you missed out on was something that you can't control, which was, okay, you kind of can't control. We'll talk about that in a bit, but like, what do you think? What are those things that are not published, like on Google, that you think propelled you, and things that airlines are actually looking out for?
Yeah. So it's actually very simple. Number one is confidence, but don't be overly confident. You know, don't be those people who are everywhere. You know, like you always want. You always want to be recognized. Like if there's anyone, you know, when they ask, is there anyone with a question, you're always the first one to raise your hand. Like you have to be an avid listener. Like listen to other people. You have to be empathetic. Like sometimes they'll put you in groups to just see how.
Can you talk about this empathy thing? You know, there's a day I was talking about. So actually, the first series of this video, I was talking about, you know, like here in Kenya.
Yeah.
I mean, people can be so, I don't know what the opposite of empathy is. And I gave the example of, I don't know, because we have, maybe it's because we've suffered so much that people don't care about other people.
Yeah.
But I know, like, in the West, or if you're working with the Mzungus, like, they literally, like, when their cats die, they grieve.
I know.
You know, like the way you grieve your mom, your dad, like, they literally go for, what do they call it, that leave? So you have to be that kind of a person.
My mom's both, and my mom was just like, are these people grieving because of a cat?
Yeah, no, they actually take the day off.
Yeah.
Not the day, like the week off to go and mourn and do like a proper funeral.
Yeah.
So when you say empathy, it's important, like you really. So what exactly are you talking about?
Yeah, basically just put yourself in other people's shoes. Be a problem solver. Like learn to listen to other people. Don't be so fast to dismiss other people. Like if someone has like an issue, please just listen. Because those are the kind of things they're gonna look for when they put you in the little groups. If they happen
so like, which means they actually do in this groups. So like from day one when you walk in, they're already like, you're already on the test.
Yeah, but it's usually different for different countries or the different with the interviewers. But you see, even when you're working, like when you're on duty, and then there's a client who maybe.
No, I'm saying
they're just
at the
showing,
interview, like how are they checking empathy at the interview, for example? Is it through questions? Is it through these groups? Is it all?
Yeah, it's actually all.
Okay.
They check for empathy within the groups, like when you're doing the group discussions. They'll ask you questions, like they'll present you with a scenario that requires you to be empathic, and then they'll see how you answer the question is actually what is going to make you go to the next level. Yeah, so empathy is actually really, really important to them, and you actually have to be a people's person as well. Like, do you love constant human interaction, or you're those people who just want to sit in their corner. Yeah, it's actually really, really important for you to interact with other people when you go for the open day.
The open day.
Yeah, because if you sideline or you're just there gatekeeping, they actually notice those small things because you're gonna have numbers tagged on your clothes.
Oh, so they know this is number so and so is it. Oh, so they're actually watching you from everything.
Yeah, there's always someone on the ground watching you, so they want to see how you interact with people. Please, but just be yourself, basically. It's not rocket science.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not rocket science.
So looking ahead, how has this experience shaped your future goals and career aspirations?
Yeah.
Any memorable moments or lessons learned that you can share?
I think every bit of that interview was an experience, from doing the aptitude test to the online assessment to interacting with people from all over the country, and then just being that I'd experienced the airline that I wanted to work with was also such an experience for me. I was like, oh my goodness, I really want to work with this airline. The moment I flew Qatar, I was like, I really want to work with this. So I think it is just that drive that was pushing me through, honestly, because I did my best. Like those people who even bought 3 suits, for the 3 days. Like I was that prepared, So when you want something so hard, you're gonna do whatever it takes, to get there. So it's taught me resilience as well, because the whole interview process is so long, It can even take 2 to 3 months. So don't lose hope, don't be discouraged. It's crazy. I mean, you just have to keep holding on, because eventually it pays off. It does.
And just looking back, would you say that the interview process was fair? Like, would you fault them? Like, I don't know, how do you gauge it? I know, and the reason I'm asking that is because I don't know about other countries, but I know in Kenya, unless you're very lucky, I mean, I've been one of those very lucky ones. I've never been, all the jobs I've held, I've never had to know anybody. I literally just went and put my best foot forward. But majority of the people, or you have to know somebody, you have to bribe, you have to do all these things. So Godfather. So do you think that interview process was fair? Did you think Okay.
Honestly, I think it was very fair, because those people don't know you. It is you to sell yourself. So it's either you sell yourself high or you sell yourself low. So it's up to you to actually impress the interviewers. It's very fair. Don't be discouraged. Please just put your best foot forward. You'll get what you want. It's actually the most easiest interview I've ever done. It's just that it's time consuming, but it's so easy.
Okay, so any practical advice you can provide to our viewers for if they want to pursue? Of course, I consider this an international opportunity. Any steps they should take, any resources they could look at, for example?
So the most important thing to do is actually to do your assignments. Please know the requirements or what the JD requires of you, and then act accordingly. The information is there. I keep insisting on that. The information is there. So it's you to do your assignments. Nobody is going to do that for you. So put yourself out there. Represent the brand that you want to work for. If
look the part.
You have to look the part. Please do your assignment. If they want you to hold your hair up, please do that. If they want the dull colors, do that. Make sure you look neat. Please just look the part. Just look the part and be confident.
So before we wrap up, any words of inspiration or advice you'd like to offer to our audience who may be having their own obstacles, as they pursue their journeys to move abroad, study abroad, or even just travel, what advice would you give, just generally?
Don't give up. Honestly, at some point I applied for school in the US. I got the school, I didn't get the visa. That has not stopped me from applying for schools abroad. So I'll honestly just advise you to be, resilient, trust the process. It might not favor you now, but it will later. So keep holding on to that hope. It's the hope that is keeping you alive.
I like that. So I don't know, guys. Do we have any questions for her?
Yeah.
Let me see. We just have people saying hi, Elvis. Tibabe is saying watching from Thika. Hi, thank you. Mawuli, okay, watching from Maharashtra State. Paris, good to see you too. Gabriel from Nigeria, hi.
Oh, Nigeria.
Emily from Nairobi. Chulu is saying nimekuwa nikiwatch video zako, God is good, nimepata visa. Oh,
wow,
congratulations. Where are you going to? What country?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. This is good news.
Yeah.
Guys, when we tell you trust the process, are you seeing all this? Thank you so much, Chulu, for coming back to let us know how it went. Thank you so much. Baba Iri is saying hi. How are you? Mark is saying hi. Good evening. Andrew is asking, medical insurance is included. Where?
Yeah, well, what do you mean?
I don't
Yeah,
know
like when you get a job, for sure. Yeah, that's an international company. They have very good medical covers.
Yeah, benefits.
Yeah.
So guys, I think generally, let me see. From Nakuru, by the way, I logged into virtual fair Jana. Oh, Betty, how was it? Anyway, guys, I don't know. Looks, usually there's like when somebody puts a chat, it takes a while before it reflects on the screen. Anyway, so guys, I think just in closing, the main lessons I learned from this is sometimes, as much as you didn't get that job, I think it was a very good learning process for you, even for future opportunities. At least you know now the whole process, how it goes. You know how to, you presented yourself and it worked. So you know that this is how it's done. And of course, I'm sure if you go and interview for another airline, you might just be lucky. I mean, but I mean, I wouldn't dismiss. I would still apply if I was you, and I hope you still apply. And guys, like we always say here, things happen. You need to be patient. And as we've just learned from our guest here, Alma, you've seen that actually these opportunities exist. They are not just stories. She learned about the opportunity right here on the channel. She ran with it, went and did her own research, dressed the part, attended the interview. It's just unfortunate her scar. And guys, that's the same thing that happens even with cruise lines. If you have a visible tattoo, it's a no. So if you're thinking of working for airlines, you're thinking of working for cruise ships, please, if you must put a tattoo, must be in a place that is not
cannot be seen.
And especially for ladies, it's worse. I think the rules are tougher for ladies because ladies are going to be wearing those small skirts. The men can hide it in their trousers, in their long sleeve shirts, and all that. But I think as a lady, if you're looking to work in that industry, you have to do extra, for example, by not having those tattoos. If you have a child who is thinking of becoming an air hostess or a flight attendant, whatever, they have to stop the tomboy behavior, like it's gonna cost them with all these scars and all that. So what an incredible journey. Thank you so much for accepting to come and share with the audience your journey. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us today. And to all our amazing viewers, our audience, thank you so much for all those who tuned in. Those who are going to be tuning in after the live, we appreciate you. And just remember, no matter the setbacks, you can always turn your rejection into an opportunity for growth and success. Every opportunity is a learning opportunity. So for us here, we don't look at the cup half full, we look at it half. No, we don't look at it as half empty. We look at it as half full. You can imagine from 10,000 plus people, she made it to the top 10 and she got a chance to be interviewed and all that. So if you found this video inspiring, if you found it helpful, please say thank you to Alma in the comment section below. And if you are based in Nairobi and you need help with your skin, guys, you need to talk to Alma. You can send me a message. I will share her number. Only serious candidates, please. Only serious people. If you really want help with your skin, she's so good with skin stuff. And of course, guys, if you're not yet subscribed, you are missing out big time, big time, big time, big time. I'm gonna leave Alma's handles, her social media handles. You can contact her if you need help with your skin, and if you need a skin analysis, if you need whatever you need, she's very good with that. And thank you so much for your time. If you're gonna be watching this live, no, sorry, this video after the live, you can ask any questions or comments you have in the comment section, and I will make sure to reach out to Alma to answer what I can't answer. And of course, until next time, keep chasing your dreams. It was a pleasure having you here, and bye guys. See you. Have a good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. We will see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.